Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're having a good day, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and I hope you are vibing and thriving. If you're new, welcome, and if you're not, welcome. Happy for you to join my video, and I'm excited for you to watch this video with me. So in today's video, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be cooking a Cajun spice chicken and chive dressing. Now, this is something that I picked up from HelloFresh. I wanted to try something different, something new. And for those of you that don't know, probably a lot of you don't know, I actually really enjoy cooking. So I thought I'd just throw this little cooking video in here for you to enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let me know how I did in the comment section as well, because I'd be really interested to know what you think of the video. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the video. So as you can see, I have just taken out my ingredients from the bag. I have some potatoes, lemons, I have garlic, the chives, I've got my Cajun mix as well as the chicken breast and chopped cavallo nero. If I'm not pronouncing that right, do let me know. So I've got my stuff out of the bag, and what I'm doing now is I've taken the tray out of the oven and I've actually set the oven to preheat. I'm currently washing my hands and getting everything together, and as you can see, I've also got the foil which I've laid on the tray. Now, what you don't see because of the camera angle is that I actually chopped up all my potatoes, and my potatoes I have baking potato and sweet potato mixed together. And what I would do is season the potatoes with some salt, oil, and pepper. I didn't have pepper actually, come to think of it, but I did have salt and oil. So what I did was season it with oil, olive oil, and some salt to taste. You can see now I've got the oven open and I'm just getting ready to put the potatoes in there, just taking out all the excessive trays that I don't actually need, and yeah, some more foil on the trays. I'm going to be laying the potatoes on the foil, which you'll see in a second, but before that what I did was to oil the foil with some olive oil. The potatoes are going on now, and it's going to be all nice and juicy and crispy. I actually really enjoyed cooking this meal, although I had to freestyle a little bit, so bear with me. It wasn't exactly the Cajun spice because I was missing a couple of ingredients here and there, but I made it work. Life gave me lemons and I made lemonade, honey boo boo, okay? So the potatoes are now in the oven, as you can see, and I halved them because it was a lot of potatoes, a lot. I actually got 2 portions of this meal, and each portion serves 2 people. So technically I made a meal for 4 people. So I had to halve it and cook it in 2 separate batches. So the potatoes are going in now, as you can see. I think I set the temperature for 180 thereabouts or just below, because I didn't want it to burn quickly. I just wanted it to cook thoroughly and also be a little bit crunchy, as we all like it. So oven closed, back to the countertop. Now the next step was for me to prep my veg, and with the veg I had my garlic, I had some lemons, I had the chive like I mentioned, but I also had the chopped cavallo nero, which I'm preparing now. Y'all, this took a long time for me to chop up, I'm not gonna lie, especially because I didn't have a garlic crusher, I think that's what you call it. So I had to finally chop it all. I felt like a chef for a minute, but it did take a long time. So preparing all of this wasn't as bad as some people might think, but for me it took a little bit long. So preparing all my vegetables, chopping and cutting and doing all my thing in the kitchen. You can see me sprinkling the lemon peel. Oh y'all, that was another one, the lemon peel. I had to grate the lemon and I didn't have the right kind of grate, and I had to get my sister to step in, y'all. So yeah, I've just chopped the chives, I've chopped my garlic, and now I'm battling with the lemon. Who would have known? Getting everything together to create the kind of like chive dressing that we're going to be using to garnish the meal. So getting all that together, you can see I got my boogie on in the back. I don't know what music I was listening to, but I'm sure I was listening to something great because, y'all, I love to dance. And anyone that knows me knows I love Afrobeats. I love me some Afrobeats, child. So we're getting everything ready now. And again, just, my sister's just hovering in the background, just checking and making sure I've got everything right. Oh, I love you, sis. I love you. Now I'm just transferring some of my ingredients that I've chopped up into a separate bowl because I'm going to be adding, water and some other bits like lemon juice and things like that to make the dressing. So I had to get a separate bowl to start putting the things in there. Now you can see me putting the Cajun spice mix into the bowl. And again, I had, like I mentioned before, 2 portions, which meant that I had 2 sachets of the Cajun spice. If you do what I did and get 2 portions, then you can mix both of them together, or just the 1 sachet is fine. That is, it's not necessary for you to have 2 sachets. So I'm just putting all of that in the bowl, and I'll be mixing that shortly. So as you can see, I'm about to put my ingredients into the bowl where I've got this Cajun spice mix. In there goes the chive. Well, half of the chive actually, because you keep the other half for garnishing. Now I go in with my lemon juice. I love lemon. If you love lemon, let me know in the comment section or give me a thumbs up or drop an emoji just so I know that you love lemons. Lemons make the world go round. They're good for you. You've got super high levels of vitamin C, which is great. And yeah. Excuse me, y'all, there's a lot of back and forth, and I know the camera angle isn't great, but it was my first cooking video with this camera and I wanted to just try and see how I was getting on. What I did find when I squeezed the lemon into the bowl, as you can see, is that some of the seeds from the lemon went into the bowl. So what I'm doing right now is just taking those lemon seeds out because, baby, those lemon seeds are a nuisance. The Cajun spice mix, some olive oil and some lemon zest as well. So that I did off camera because I was running out of counter space, as you can see. So the chicken is marinating right now, and I'm going in and adding a bit more garlic actually now onto the chicken. So now I'm just putting some garlic onto the chicken because I'm going to be frying the chicken and I kind of wanted to have a bit of garlic flavor, Again, if you like garlic, let me know because I love garlic, and I feel like just like lemon, garlic makes the world go around. It makes everything taste so much better, doesn't it? So I'm just turning my hob on now, and in a second you'll see me oil my pan just to make sure that it doesn't get stuck. when I'm cooking the chicken and everything like that, I'm checking on the potatoes as well. So if you're in the kitchen and you're cooking, you've probably got multiple things going on and you have to be kind of like a superhero in the kitchen. So I'm checking the potatoes just to make sure that they're cooking well and they're not getting burned. I hate burnt food. I'm sure everyone hates burnt food. So it's kind of like finding the balance between, nicely cooked, a little bit crunchy, and then overkill burn. We don't want that. Just checking the potatoes, and back to the countertop. So like I mentioned before, I'm just going to grease the pan a little bit with some olive oil because that's where I'm going to be frying the chicken, and you'll be seeing that in a second when I put the chicken in the pan. One thing I like to do when I'm cooking is to wash my hands frequently, just to make sure that it's clean. I actually don't like wet hands either, so I like to quickly wash my hands and dry it as well. So we've got the oil in the pan, and the next thing that'll be going in is the chicken. And as you can see, I've also got my chopped vegetables going into the pan. And I decided to do this before the chicken because I wanted a little bit of the flavor from the Cavallo Nero to go with the chicken once I started to cook the chicken. So this sits on the pan for roughly about 3 to 4 minutes or so, and the idea is just to let it cook on the pan and kind of slowly wilt, but not to the point where it's like completely soggy. Checking on the potatoes, like I mentioned before, you have to keep on track, make sure it doesn't burn. Constantly make sure that you're checking on them and they're doing well in the oven. We don't want them too crunchy to the point where they burn, but also we don't want them too soft. One thing I have to say is that actually my video camera died on me, so the battery just completely went out. So unfortunately you're not going to be able to see the full video of me cooking right to the end, but what I do have is a kind of like a short clip at the end for you to see the finished look and the outcome.